How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Lay, and today we have the other MAC semifinal game as we just finished Toledo and UMass. We have Kent State and Akron, and, of course, the winner will face Toledo for the right to go dancing. Appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Hopefully, you have a great experience, a great time here. Again, hopefully it's a good game. That's what we're kind of hoping for. Good to see you, Ricky. Appreciate you for tuning in again. Make sure to vote down below. Who do you have winning this game? As expected, Akron actually with the lead, 75% to 25%. Kent State, again, they are definitely the underdog. Akron favored by 6.5. Akron actually swept Kent State this year, 69-52, and then 92-70. As Akron again went 17-1 in MAC play. So again, probably gonna be an Akron win, but you never know. It's why we play the game. They call it March Madness for a reason, because a lot of crazy stuff can happen. A lot of hectic stuff can happen. So we'll see how it goes. Who will play Toledo? We will find out in a few moments. Again, Kent State and Akron can both put up points. 89 points a game for Akron. That's a lot of points. Kent State with 86, not too shabby. Difference, though, Akron with a pretty good defense compared to really rest of the teams in the MAC, only allowing 74 points a game. Kent State 80. Field goal percentage, Akron at 51%. Kent State at 46. Rebounds about the same, 38-39. And Kent State actually with the lead in that one. Assists per game, Akron with the lead there. We are Kent State, says Ken. Appreciate your tuning in. Good luck to your Golden Flashes. As again, we're about ready for some action. Looks like Akron's going to be in white. Kent State, I have yet to see their uniform. Could not tell you. But I will, again, let you know as soon as I do. See what we got. Let's see here. Kent State going to be in black. Rebound, or pardon me, the tip-off is won by the Golden Flashes. Kent State going left to right. Akron right to left. All right, here's Medley. Medley passing over to the corner to Whaley, and already we have a turnover. Did he step out of bounds? I genuinely have no idea. What the heck? All right. Well, regardless, it's with Akron. Just starting this one. Akron with it on the far side. As he passes inside of Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it. Again, there's two Mahafeys. And Eric and an Evan. As he passes now to Lyles. Lyles with it on the far side. Lyles working his way in the lane. Trying to find a teammate. Kicks it out here to Johnson. Johnson with it at the logo. Johnson passes inside to Lyles. Lyles loses the ball, then gets it back. Looking around, puts it up, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. As there's some miscommunication on what Lyles needed to do there. Lyles with the turnover. So both teams with the turnover to start this one. As Kent State again will have it on their second possession. Again, 0-0. Your score, 19-19 left to go. As again, we're just getting started. All right, here is Kent State. This is Williamson. Williamson over here to Whaley. Whaley looking around, trying to find a teammate. He does in Medley. Medley with it on the far side, back to Whaley. Whaley looking underneath the basket, trying to put it up. He does, but it's going to be too short. Rebounded by Akron. As here is Johnson for Akron, averaging 20 points a game. Pretty solid. As here we go. Johnson looking in, stepping back, passing to Lyles. Gives it back, though, to Johnson. Johnson loses the ball, gets it back, trying to find it. Pushes it off of a Kent State player before it goes out of bounds. Tyrus, the under is sweet for this game. Really, a lot of points expected to be scored. These teams can light it up. I actually don't know what this. So the over-under was 163. Oh, man. All right, Lyles with it. Lyles back over. This is Mahaffey. Mahaffey driving inside. Floater. High off the glass. Going to be rebounded by the Golden Flashes. That's a miss. Medley with it on the far side. Looking around. As, let's see. Here's Medley. Again at the logo. In the running. Next commercial break. Hold on. I got to ask you a question. Medley with it. Looking around. Going to the far side. Bounces inside to Gillespie. Gillespie puts it up and can't get the friendly roll. Rebounded by Akron. But the ball is loose. And now they're going to call a foul on Safford, who is a Kent State Golden Flash. In the running, going with the Zips. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. 0-0 is your score. As here we go. This is Akron bringing up the courts. This is Johnson. Johnson looking around to the far side. Bounces inside to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with the floater. That's good. First points of the game belong to the Zips. 2-0 is your score. Akron again leading. Passes over here to Whaley. Whaley over to Williamson. Williamson for 3. That's good. And the first points of the game for Kent State belong to Williamson with a deep 3. All right, here we go. This is, again, Akron bringing it up as Johnson looking around. Johnson with it at the top of the arc, going to the near side. Bounce pass inside. It's off the legs of a Golden Flash. They're going to call a kicked ball there by Gillespie. So, yeah. So, again, 3-2 is your score. Kent State leading. As inbounding here for Akron. As it's a turnover, and, well, it's in the lane. Akron still with it somehow. He's trying to find a teammate. That's Hardman. Hardman bounce pass over here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey back over to Scott. Scott to Lyles. Lyles with the beyond the arc. Looking around, trying to find a teammate. This is Johnson. Johnson with it at the logo. Johnson driving inside in the lane. Puts it high off the glass. What a shot by Johnson. 4-3 is your score. Akron taking the lead. All right, here is Medley. Medley hands it off to Gillespie. Back over to Gillespie now. Gillespie back to Medley. Medley in the corner here to Williamson. Williamson looking around. Bounce pass inside to Whaley. Whaley puts it up and can't get the friendly roll as it's taken away by Akron. Akron with it again, 4-3, 16:40 to play here in the first. This is Scott. Scott over here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey hands it off to Scott. Scott back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey spinning around and is going to be contacted with the foul, a hard foul. A reach in. So Akron again going to take possession in, well, again, reclaim possession here. And Johnson going to be inbounding underneath his own basket. Floats it out to Lyles. Lyles to Johnson. Johnson underneath. Puts it up. It's short. And it's going to be last touch. Well, Kent State's able to save it. As here we go. This is Medley. Medley running down to the far side. Kicks it to Johnson for 3, and it's good. Kent State leading 6-4. All right, here we go. This is Scott. Scott over here to Mahaffey. There's another Mahaffey on the court. Scott back over to Lyles. Lyles with it beyond the arc. Back to Scott. Scott with it beyond the arc. Looking around, coming in the lane. Kicks it out to Mahaffey. Passes back over to Young for 3. That's going to be too strong and rebounded by Kent State. Kent State with it. This is Gillespie. Gillespie down the far side. Bounce pass inside. He puts it up. Gets the basket and the foul. That was Briscoe. And it's 8-4, 15:46 to go in the first. He will go to the line whenever we do come back. Again, 8-4, Kent State leading in this one. In the running, appreciate you, man. Again, so I started this thing. I was working, so I'm going to do this thing this year, starting with baseball season, where, let me go and flip it here. Let's go. All right, so on this screen, we're going to have this. So you donated yesterday. So if you'd like to, go ahead. Again, you donate $3. Feel free to pick a game. Pretty much going to be doing a doubleheader on April 1st. We got the Tigers, Diamondbacks, Yankees, Mariners, and Giants, and the Padres. So feel free to put the $3 to whatever game you want me to call. So pick any of them, even if you don't care. It doesn't matter. Just pick one. But I appreciate you again in the running. So again, that's where from now on, any super chat will go towards a game that I'm going to call. And, of course, I think that's what we'll do for football season. That'll be really fun. I think that'll be pretty cool. That way, like, any donation will go to something, you know, that you guys would want. How's it going, Daniel? Good to see you. Appreciate you, man. Again, Kent State 8, Akron 4. But, yeah, just let me know whatever game, and I will put it back up. For now, though, it's not really official, but anything I get, I will make sure to count it or go towards something. That's what we'll do. So, again, appreciate you, man. Again, 8-4, Kent State leading over Akron. Looking pretty good I may add. But we'll see. Again, Akron the heavy favorite. So again, a lot of basketball to be played. A lot of basketball to be played for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty crazy game. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, game 2 for me did UMass and Toledo earlier. Toledo, of course, winning. Moving on. Again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of Toledo. Toledo will take on the winner of this one. But yeah, we are back. 15:46 left to go here in the first. Sounds like a fun idea. Oh, yeah. No, again, just make sure to pick a game. Again, yeah, we'll put your $3 to use. So pick whatever one of those 3 games. That's what we'll do from now on. Again, we'll do that for the NFL. We'll do that for the NFL as well. But yeah, again, we are back. 15:46. Kent State up by 4. They are going to go to the line. Briscoe was fouled. He is a 56% free throw shooter. So, just, we'll see how he does at the line. Not really the best, but, we'll see. We're just waiting, man. This has been a long commercial break, I feel like. All right, yeah, Briscoe again at the line. Freshman, 6'8" freshman. Forward, but also a center. Can play against both. As Briscoe looks to make it a 5-point game, which he does. All right, 9-4 is your score. Again, Kent State leading over Akron. Here's Johnson. Johnson with it. Bounce pass inside to Lyles. Lyles looking around in the lane now. Floats his way back out to Scott. Scott with it back to Lyles. Lyles kick into the corner here to Young. Young with it back to Lyles. Lyles with it looking around. Back to Johnson. Nice catch by Johnson. 5 seconds left. Johnson looking. He's driving. Spinning around. Shot is good. Nice play by Johnson. Go with Yankees, Mariners. Gotcha. I'll be sure to put that on. Appreciate you, man. All right, here he goes. Kent State again up by 3:15 minutes to go here in the first. This is Calypsy. Calypsy with it on the far side. Looking around. Coming to the near side is Medley. Medley with it. Medley back over to Calypsy. Calypsy at the top of the arc. Driving in the lane. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to stay with Akron. Let's see. How's it going, Miss Tammy? Good to see you. Still working. Oh, yeah. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Calling what I can. Yeah, 9-6 your score. Kent State up by 3. And again, Akron will have the ball. As here is again Scott. Scott with it at the logo. And looks like there's an off-the-ball foul, as it looks like Young was run over. Foul there on Calypsy. Officials are going to chat about it. They're going to say it was too harsh or what? Oh, I can see where it was harsh. He did kind of lean with the... Yeah, he kind of just he led with his elbows. So they may take a look at it. Oh, wow, that would be... can't do that if you're Kent State. Again, you're going to need all the points you can get, and you can't really just give Akron free baskets, free shots. Yeah, you can't do that. Again, you just ran right through. All right, so while we have this... So you picked Mariners and Yankees. Gotcha. Let me just again. Still working on what here? So Mariners, Yankees already at a with $8. Wow. All right. I can't remember. Sorry, I donated. I think you were the last one. So we're gonna go with that. All right. Well, appreciate you, man. Again, appreciate you. Again, this is. I'll just do it from now on. Again, we'll just have it to where donations actually go to something. That way you guys can help pick what I do. That's pretty much what we'll do from now on. starting with baseball. But again, we're under review right now. Again, Kent State leading 9-6. But a possible flagrant here. Flagrant, is it probably, I don't know. It's probably going to be, again, a minimum 1. So flagrant 1, so that's going to put Akron at the line. So that, again, something you just can't do if you're Kent State. You just can't give them. You can't give Akron. Can't give them free stuff. You just cannot do it. Can't do free shots. All right, well, there's the first, and that one is made. 9-7 is your score. Again, Young at the line, 80% free throw shooter. As there's the second, that one is good. And again, of course, they will keep possession. How's it going, Joe? Good to see you. Right now, again, Akron down by 1, but again, looking to take the lead here. Again, Kent State with just a flagrant. This was Gillespie with the flagrant 1. And again, you just can't give Akron free points, but it's stolen away by Gillespie. Gillespie with it on the far side. He puts it up and misses, but then he is fouled. Looks like someone else was actually fouled there. I believe that was Whitekey. Whitekey getting fouled, going to the basket. You know, call it a shooting foul. Gillespie missing the layup. Flat out just missed it. Whitekey, yeah, I guess say he did have it and was going up with it. So Whitekey going to go to the line. He is a 77% free throw shooter. There is the first. That one is good. Free shots are great. Love free shots. Oh, yeah. My bad. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. 10-8 is your score. Gillespie going to check out for a little bit as Whitekey again at the line, averaging 9 points a game. And a 77 as he does make the second. A 77% free throw shooter. So far, so good. 11-8 again is your score. As here is Akron. 14:26 to go here in the first half. Looking around to the near side is Johnson. Johnson double team, but then going to find Scott in the corner. Scott going to the lane. He's looking around, kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson with it, driving inside, puts it up. It's blocked. Blocked by Kent State. Kent State now with it. This is Medley. Pardon me. As he finds Whitekey. Whitekey with it at the logo. Finding there is Whaley. Whaley with it as he finds Briscoe. Briscoe back to Medley. Medley to Whitekey. Pump fakes. Kicks it inside. Briscoe puts it up and can't get the basket. Akron with the rebound. This is Mahaffey. Mahaffey to Scott. Scott looking around. Kicks it inside. Easy two for Lyles. It's 11-10, folks. Let's go ahead and straighten that out. There we go. As here again is Kent State, the Golden Flashes. This is Griffith. Griffith beyond the arc, looking around, kicks it out here to Medley. Medley to Whitekey. Whitekey with it on the far side. He's turning around, spinning around. Oh, loses the ball, but then gets it back. As this is Medley. Medley with the three. That's too strong. Rebounded by Akron. Again, 13:07 to go. Here is Johnson on the far side. He's trying to find someone. He jacks up a three. That one is good. Johnson taking the lead for Akron. 13-11. Here is Kent State as Medley floats it to Whaley. Whaley looking around to Whitekey. Whitekey driving inside. He was contacted. Floater is going to be an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go with Akron. Again, 13-11 is your score. Akron leading over Kent State. Again, 12:41 left to go. Unsure. Well, I don't know. Looks like we're going to have a commercial break. 12:41 left to go. Akron leading over Kent State by 2. And Akron, of course, with the ball. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, I try to get to as many comments as I can. So don't hesitate to chat down below. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. I call games. But that is pretty much it. Pretty much all I do. I call games. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, Akron leading. And in the poll as well, 74% of you guys with Akron, 26% with Kent State. Looks like there's a challenge. They called a challenge. Oh, yeah, that was clearly off of Akron. I don't know why in the world the referee did not see that. That was as clear as day. So challenge probably going to be won by Kent State. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, even the commentators are like, how in the world did they miss that? It's clear as day. Clear as day that's going to go back to Kent State. But I don't know. Looks like they're taking their time. I mean, it's so obvious. So obvious. Again, 13-11 Akron leading over Kent State. Both teams can shoot. Again, both over 80 points a game. Akron, again, with 89, averaging 89 points a game. Kent State with 86. So, again, just, yeah, I mean, these guys, again, can put up points. But right now, though, it hasn't been the case. Hasn't been the case at all. As here's Medley. Medley going to be out. The referee's going to waste some more time just talking it over. Again, we already know what it is. No idea. All right, here we go. This is Medley. Medley inbounding underneath the basket here for Kent State. He's trying to find someone, and now there's a foul on Mahaffey. I don't know, again, what happened there, but foul there off the ball. As, again, we're just, I don't know, trying to get back into action here. Is Bentley going to inbound it here? This is Williamson. Williamson driving to the basket. Floater's going to be too short. Rebound or last touched by Kent State. And now Akron will have it after all that. Nothing was had, and Akron with the ball. All right, this is... I believe this is Scott bringing it up the court. Again, 13-11, Akron leading with 12:25 to go. Guarded there by Williamson. Scott trying to find a teammate. He does in the form of Mahaffey. Mahaffey back to Scott. Scott driving inside, stepping back beyond the arc. Looking around, going again inside now. Passes back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it beyond the arc. 5 to shoot. Driving in. Fadeaway jumper. That's going to be short. Rebounded there by Kent State. Kent State bringing up. This is Medley. Medley with it at the logo. Passing it over to Entenman. Entenman hands it off here to Williamson, who drives inside. Kicks it out for 3. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded, though. Last touched by Akron. As Akron couldn't quite hold on to it. So, again, another break. We like breaks. Akron leading 13-11 with 11:48 to go. So, again, another break here. Akron, again, leading by 2 points. Again, it's been a low-scoring game. Not really much to report. Kent State, of course, had the early lead. Akron has really just taken it, but not really much is happening. It's been really a lot of basketball with not a lot of points. Not a lot of points in this one so far, which is unexpected. Again, expected a lot of shots. I believe it's better to save your challenge for the second half. Yeah, I agree. Free throws are important. Vandy made 22 out of 26. Wow. Jeez, All right, let's see what we got here. Again, Iowa State leading Arizona 43-37. Wow. Virginia 38 to Miami 23. Purdue leading 56-45. Let's see here. We got Ole Miss 41, Alabama 28. Howard leading South Carolina State 63-56. And then St. Joseph's leading over Davidson 9-5. Of course, that one's just really getting started. Let's see here. What else we got? That's really it. Nothing else is happening right now. Seton Hall does fall to St. John 78-68. Michigan over Ohio State 71-67. Florida over Kentucky 71-63, Wisconsin 91, Illinois 88, Vanderbilt 75, Tennessee 68. St. Louis 88, George Washington 81, Louisiana Tech 69, Missouri State 66, Charlotte 83, UAB 78, Prairie View A&M 74, Alabama A&M 55, Dayton 68, St. Bonaventure 63, Kennesaw State 79, Sam Houston 73, Tulsa over North Texas 90-84. That was a triple overtime. Geez, Toledo again over UMass 77-67, or we covered that one again earlier. 10-point game. VCU over Duquesne 71-66. So there you go. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, as we're just getting started here in Cleveland. Again, not really much happening as of late. Not much scoring. But maybe we'll see again an uptick in the second half as, yeah, it has been a lackluster game. Lackluster game. Not again, just struggling. Both teams, again, scoring 80 points a game, averaging 86 and 89. I mean, again, almost 90 points a game. All right, Kent State going to be inbounding again. They're down by 2, 11:48 to go. As here we go. This is Medley. Medley with it on the far side. Looking around, finding this is Edmond. Edmond almost losing the ball, but he does have it back. This is now Safford. Safford with it on the far side. 5 to shoot. He just jacks with 3. That's going to be blocked and taken away by Akron. Akron now with his Mahaffey. Mahaffey on the far side. Driving in. Mahaffey puts it up and is fouled. Doesn't get the shot, but he will go to the line for a couple, though. He is not that good. How's it going? Good to see you, Chris. Appreciate you for tuning in. As Mahaffey, again, this Mahaffey. There's 2 Mahaffeys, Evan Mahaffey and Eric Mahaffey. Evan Mahaffey is a 58% free throw shooter. As there's the first. That one is in. So he does make that. Mahaffey not the best free throw shooter, but hey, looked pretty good on that one. Again, 14-11. As he's looking to make this a 2-bucket game. Mahaffey with the second. That one is good. 15-11 is your score. 11:25 to go here in the first, as this is Medley. Medley with it on the near side. Medley looking around, going to the far side. Medley turning around, trying to find a teammate. Bounces in here to Whaley. Whaley puts it up and gets the baskets. Whaley, a big guy. He is a big dude. All right, here's Akron as they're looking to put it up. Johnson does and gets the basket. Johnson pretty good himself. 17-13 is your score. Akron up by 4 as Medley with it on the near side. Bounce pass to Whaley. Whaley over to Whitekey. Whitekey with it. As Whitekey at the logo, passes back to Medley. Medley to, this is Williamson. Williamson to Whaley. Whaley back underneath, but no one's there except the crowd as that goes out of bounds. So Akron will have it again with 10:39 to go in the first. All right, inbounding here to Johnson. Johnson now taking it up the courts. 10:33 and counting as Johnson with it beyond the arc, looking around, going to the far side, trying to find a teammate, kicks it inside here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey looking for Scott. He does find Scott. 13 seconds left to shoot. Passes inside, almost intercepted, but Lyles wants it back. Lyles with it, 9 to shoot. Niles kicks it out here to Johnson. Johnson with it. 3 to shoot. Johnson looking. Floater. That's going to be too strong and rebounded by Kent State. All right, here's Whitekey. Whitekey to Medley. Medley going down to the near side. Medley kicks it back out to Whaley. Inside here to Gillespie. Puts it up. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line for a couple. Gillespie, again, a 79% free throw shooter. Should do well. I don't know. We'll see. And Gillespie has already been called for a flagrant one. Again, he just flat out ran over a guy and extended his elbows and arms and all that. Misses the first. That's a killer. Again, he's at the line for his second. I don't know. I feel like for some reason, I don't know if it's the game being slow or whatnot, but just they feel like they're taking their time a lot longer than they would. Makes the second there. So again, 17-14 field goal game here in Cleveland. Hands it off here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey over here to Hardman. Hardman back over to Johnson. Johnson with it. Looking around to Mahaffey. Johnson back out to Scott. Scott driving in. Looking. Trying to find a teammate. Finds one in Lyles. Lyles with it. Back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey on the far side. Driving in. Spinning around. Half spin. Puts it up. That's good. 19-14 is your score. Bounce pass in here to Williamson. Williamson kicks it back out to Medley. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie looking around. Floats it to Whaley. Whaley with it underneath. Puts it up. It's blocked. And it's going to go out of... No, it's saved. What a save by Akron. Akron with it. This is Johnson. Johnson on the near side. Johnson driving in. Looking out. Now he's going to back up. Again, just over 9 minutes to go here in the first. Passes to Scott. Jab step. Jab step. Driving in. Spinning around. Floater. That's good. What a shot by Akron. 21-14 is your score. Akron with the 13-3 run the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. As Akron starting to come alive with their offense. Bounce pass inside of Gillespie. He puts it up and can't get the friendly roll. And at Gillespie. What do they just do? They called a foul on... I don't know what they called. They called a foul. I mean, Gillespie, I thought, was trying to punch the ball out, like punch it. But I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on the screen to kind of help. Not too sure. Kent State 11 in Columbus. Thanks for doing this. Go Flash. Appreciate you, Tim. Appreciate you. Good luck. Good luck. Again, unsure what the actual foul was, so I do apologize. I can tell you this: Akron with it now with 8:32 and counting. Johnson hands it off here to Hardman. Hardman back to Johnson. Johnson back to bad pass by Johnson, intercepted by Kent State. Driving in is Medley. Medley pump fakes, puts it up and can't get the friendly roll. Rolling around and rebounded there by Hardman. Hardman with it on the far side. 8:12 and counting. As this is Kamali. Kamali to Johnson. Johnson back to Kamali. Kamali to Mahaffey for three. That's too short. Rebounded there by Kamali. Kamali trying to get out of there, and he does. Gives it to Mahaffey. They're going to call a foul on Williamson. Here comes nothing but buckets. Maybe. Appreciate you, Jesse, for tuning back in. Appreciate you also, Dave, for coming back in again. Akron kind of pulling away, 21-14, but again, it's a low-scoring game, so I don't know. It's not really I don't know. It's been, again, comparing to their season averages, expecting a lot of scoring here, and they have struggled. Again, Kent State averaging 86 a game, Akron 89, and again, we're over halfway through. Again, I guess Akron could probably put up 40, maybe, I don't know, but Kent State, I don't know what's happened to them, but they just can't seem to buy a bucket. Sorry, Tim. Trying to be, again, as, I am. It's not like I don't really have a dog in this fight at all. But it is definitely a rough one for Kent State. Zips are starting to look good. They are. They are definitely looking pretty good. Let it rain, says David. Kent State, 24% from the field. I think that's a big deal. Right? Kent State just not looking good. 24% from the field. Akron, 50%. Kent State is 40% from beyond the arc, so half their shots made have been threes. Akron only 1 for 3. Free throws, Kent State 4 for 5. Akron, perfect 100. Rebounds, Akron's out rebounding. Largest lead is by Akron, which is the current one at 7. But yeah, Kent State for some reason has just went cold the last 5 or 6 game minutes. Yeah, it's really a little cause for concern. But again, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Still got a whole half, plus, of course, the remainder of this one. All right, let's see. Again, Iowa State 47, Arizona 42, Virginia 45, Miami 28, Purdue 63, Nebraska 52, Ole Miss 45, Alabama 40, Howard 69, South Carolina State 56, St. Joseph's 13, Davidson 9, Looks like we have a delay with Georgetown, UConn, and Delaware State, North Carolina Central. So I have no idea what's going on there, but they are not playing basketball at the moment. All right, we're back again. 7-point game, Akron leading. It has not been a good one for the Golden Flashes. But, of course, again, plenty of time left to go. Looks like they were interviewing somebody, so that's always fantastic. It's always fantastic to see. Let's see here. At the game. You're at the game, Vince. All right, well, that's cool. Vince going with the Flashes, or the Flashers, I should say. Though they are the Golden Flashes. But, again, it should be Kent State. No, it should be, Akron ball whenever we do resume. Again, I feel like, I have no idea why, but I feel like commercials have been a little bit longer. And everything has just been kind of delayed in between the action, which I think has not helped the flow of the game, which may be why, again, Kent State is struggling. All right, this is Mahaffey with it at the logo. Hands it off to Scott. Scott with it at the far side. I guess they're trying to build this up here. As, again, Johnson now with it beyond the arc, looking around. Looks like they're sending the pick as he's double-teamed. Johnson needs to get rid of it. 4 seconds to shoot, and they're going to call a travel on Johnson. So they provided the pressure, and the pressure got to him. Go in there and shoot some threes. K can't buy a bucket. They have struggled for sure. But a travel there by Akron. Maybe that's what gets Kent State back and running. This is Medley with it. 7:40 left to go in the first. Medley over here to Williamson. Williamson looking around. He's driving the lane, and it's stripped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Akron. Going to remain with the Golden Flashes. 7:32 left to go in the first. Some subs here for Akron. Mahaffey checking back in again. There's multiple Mahaffeys, but the main one. Kent State has not scored a shot in the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Kent State could inbound. Trying to find a teammate. Now they're going to call a timeout. Couldn't even get it off in time. Oh, my goodness. Again, it's just been a rough day for Kent State and really the flow of the game. Just in general. So 7:32 left to go. Kent State calls a timeout. Man, oh, man. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, before you guys go today, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does. As, again, we are moving on up. Closing in on 7,000 subscribers. That is the goal. Hopefully we can get there. You know, again, as soon as possible. But, yeah, we're trying to get there by opening day, which is not too long from now. About 12 days away, I think. 12 days away. We are back, though, again, a 7-point game. Akron leading 21-14. Kent State going to be inbounding underneath their own basket. Medley just floats it and eats it all the way down to Griffith. Griffith hands it back to Medley, who comes and gets it again at the logo. As he's going to the far side. Pass it to Williamson. Williamson for three. That's too short. Rebounded there by Akron. Mahaffey now passing to Scott. Scott with it here for Akron. As he's going to go ahead and slow it down. Back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey to Johnson. Johnson with it beyond the arc. Covered by Medley as Johnson working his way in. Trying to get to the basket. Spinning around. Fadeaway jumper. It's going to be good. Johnson seems to make his shots. 9-point game. As Medley hands off to Briscoe. Briscoe to Williamson. Williamson from beyond the arc. Looking around to Medley. Medley stepping back. Driving the lane. Spinning around. Medley looking for contact. Hard shot. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded though by Briscoe. Briscoe to Whitekey. Whitekey with it at the logo. Finding Medley. Medley within the far side. 5 to shoot. He does. That's good. From way downtown. He does indeed find the net. Making it a 6-point game. And now there was a stoppage of play. And I couldn't tell you what in the world happened. Medley is yelling, though, at his teammates. He's really upset. Yelling at Briscoe. Briscoe must have done something. There was a foul on Briscoe. But there was nothing that they showed at all or even talking about. All they showed is Medley ripping into Briscoe. You watched first game UMass Toledo? Yeah, it was a good game. Good game. Covered that one as well. So now they're going to actually show it. So again, Briscoe leaning in on Scott. Then Scott, of course, retaliating. So yeah, Scott's going to go to the line for 1-1, and he does make the first. Again, Kent State has really, again, they already had a flagrant one. And of course, the Akrons aren't, again, they're already at the bonus. Scott is a 80% free throw shooter. He does make the second. It's an 8-point game. 6:32 left to go. Briscoe still yelling on the bench, talking to, I guess, himself. As now he's going to hand it off to Wojtke. Wojtke back to Medley. Medley with it again. Down by 8. 6:30 to go. Hard defense by Akron. Akron trying to get the ball back as Medley all day from 3. That's good. Medley makes it a 5-point game. 25-20. Here's Lyles. Lyles with on the far side. He's driving to the basket, spinning around, half spin, looking, bounce pass to Mahaffey. Mahaffey to Scott for 3. That's good. Answers back with the 3 of his own. 28-20. Starting to see some more fireworks here in Cleveland. Medley now bringing up the court again on the far side. As Medley looking around, trying to find a teammate. Bounce pass here to... that was Entenman. Entenman back to Medley. Medley looking around. Floater. That is going to be too short. Rebounded, though, by Kent State. But now there was a foul. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Griffith did. Griffith of Kent State couldn't quite stay in bounds. That is tough. That is indeed tough. Griffith was getting pressured. He did indeed step out. All right, Akron with it again, up by 8. Here's Johnson. Johnson at the logo. On the far side, Johnson to Lyles. Lyles hands it off to Scott. Scott with it, looking around. Coming to the near side is Young. Back to Scott. Scott the logo. And heavy pressure here by the Golden Flashes as Young going to the rim. Kicks it out to Mahaffey. Mahaffey for 3. That's good. Oh, man. 31-20 as Akron looking really good here. Williamson to Medley. Medley with it at the logo. Looking around is Medley, trying to find a teammate. Medley. Back to it. Kicks it out here to Griffith. Griffith lane. Looking. Oh, and he's touched, and it's going to be fouled. They're going to call a block. I don't know if they're going to really give him the shot. I don't think he was shooting. But we'll see. And one says Roberts. I don't know. I don't know where you're at, Robert. I'm not seeing that. But I appreciate you, Robert, for tuning in. Again, 4:51 left to go here. Kent State will have the ball. Looks like Entman's going to check out. Eric Mahaffey checking in for Akron. Again, 2 Mahaffeys for Akron. All right, here we go. This is Kent State. Trying to inbound it. He does to Griffith. Griffith with it. He's going to the rim. Floater. That's good. 31-22 is your score. Here is Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it on the near side. Guarded there by Calypsy. Hands it off to Scott. Scott with it on the near side. Near sideline. Scott going to the rim. Looking. Bounce pass inside. Kicks it out to Lyles. Lyles for 3. That's too strong. And he puts it up and gets the shot. 33-22. Again, Akron seem to be making everything 4:15 and counting. Here is Calypsy. Calypsy with it beyond the arc. He's looking around finding Safford. Safford with it. Safford chilling out. Trying to find a teammate double covered. Finding. Oh, Zip does knock it out of bounds. Johnson batting away the pass like a quarterback. Have your Kent hockey jersey on. Nice. Yeah, I'm not too sure, Robert, when that was. I guess it was a little bit while ago. 33-22 again is your score. Akron leading by 11. Just over 4 minutes to go. As again, Kent State just trying to get something going. It's been a rough one. All right, Kent State with it there on the far side. This is Safford. Safford with it as he's driving inside. 5 left to shoot. He puts it up. It's stripped. Ball's on the ground, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Kent State. As again, they're going to take a TV timeout. 33-22 Akron leading by 11. And again, it has not been a good one. It has not been a good performance for Kent State. They have really, really struggled. Let's see here. Trying to... Let's see. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, we're in a commercial break. So again, appreciate you guys for hanging out in this one. But anyway, yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's see. Just getting some stuff done over here. All right. But yeah, again, 33-22. Sorry about that. Again, 3:51 left to go here in the first. And again, it has been all Akron. Kent State has struggled shooting 30% from the field. Akron 57%. From three, about the same, actually. Kent State actually pretty solid from three, shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Akron 3 for 6 again, also 50%. But yeah, again, we have a lot of fouls by Kent State, a lot of hard fouls. Again, already had a flagrant. And again, Briscoe was kind of pushing and shoving as well. So again, it's just, I don't know. It seems like Kent State is right now undisciplined. But again, we still have plenty of time left to go. Just under 4 minutes to go indeed in the first. So we're working our way back here again. It just, I don't know why. I just feel like this one's taking a while. And I couldn't explain it. So when was it? I think tip-off was like at 46. Yeah, it's almost been an hour. That's crazy stuff. All right, this is Scott. Scott to Lyles. Lyles with it on the far side. Trying to find someone. This is Scott. Scott here on the far low go. Now hands it off to Mahaffey. Back to Scott. Scott with it beyond the arc. Back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey jabs up. Driving in. Looking around. Kicks it outside to Scott. And Scott is fouled. So it looks like, I think he's going to go to the line for the bonus. Scott is an 80% free throw shooter. Again, Scott not too bad. Again, a lot of the Akron Zips make their free throws. Maybe other than Mahaffey, but again, he already used 2 for 2. So there's also that. This game is definitely dropping for some reason. I even put a wager on it too. Yeah, it's crazy. As there's the first. I don't know. I'm just, I guess, mildly annoyed. That's how I feel about it. Just with the length of the game, it's just taking a little too long. Again, I'd like to call another game after this, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. 34-22 again is your score. As Scott again at the line. There it is, and that one is good. 35-22. 3:31. Let's go in the first as the ball goes and hits a cheerleader. Again, just the little things. Like, what in the world? Like, after the free throw, the ball goes out of play. Just the little things like that, just kind of adding to the game here. As Medley with it on the near side. Again, down by 13. Medley back to Williamson. Williamson to the near side. Trying to get to the lane, but it's guarded heavily by some Zips. And they're going to call a block on Scott. Actually, no, Lyles. Lyles was the one they actually tagged there. Scott and Lyles were double teaming. You just won 220, had Akron minus 6.5 first half spread. Wow. Well, I mean, it is definitely not over yet, but I mean, unless you're in the future. But congrats, Robert, regardless. All right, here we go. Bounce pass in here, and it's going to be taken away by Akron. Akron with the steal, 3:16 and counting. Passes to Scott. Scott in the corner. Mahaffey. Mahaffey back to Mahaffey, as it's now to Johnson. Johnson with it. Johnson to... that was Kamali. Mahaffey now within the lane. They're just passing it all around. Here is Scott. All the passes in the world. Now Johnson. Johnson to Kamali. That's just beautiful basketball. That's an easy layup. 37-22. Unbelievable. All right, here's a three by Kent State. That is in and out. Rebounded there by Akron. 2:41 and counting. Here's Mahaffey. Mahaffey. Over here now to Kamali. Kamali to Scott. Scott looking around. Scott going to the far side. Stepping back. Now back to Mahaffey. 2:30 and counting here in the first. Passing to Mahaffey. Mahaffey inside for three. That's going to be too short. Rebounded by the Golden Flashes. As this is Medley. Medley with it. No points for Kent State in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We've had some big droughts, and there's another foul. This one by Kamali. Not gonna lie, if this game is a blowout, I will just go ahead and switch to Nevada and Utah State. That one starts in an hour, but I mean, we still have plenty of time. But yeah, I can just feel it. I can feel it. Kent State just did not show up. Did not give us the game that we were kind of hoping for. But regardless, Gillespie's at the line. So maybe, again, they can keep it going. But, yeah, I don't know, mildly annoyed with how this game's going with the length and all that. It does make the first. So I do apologize, but that is on the board for me. Of course, the other game is also on CBS Sports Network, but I do have my methods of finding other games not on TV. 37-24, passes over here to the far side. Kamali to Scott. Scott with it on the far side. As Scott driving inside. Stepping back three. That's short. Rebounded there by Kent State's Wojtke with it. Wojtke to Safford. Safford back over to Williamson. Williamson over to Gillespie. Gillespie with it on the far side. Gillespie looking for a teammate. Trying to find a teammate. Finds one of Wojtke. Wojtke for three. That's short. And going to be, well, rebounded by the Golden Flashes. Back to Safford. Safford for three. That's too strong. Rebounded by Akron. As here comes, again, Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it. Passes to Scott. Scott looking around. Back to Mahaffey. Mahaffey driving inside. Kicks it out here to Hardman for three. That's good. It is now a 16-point game. All right, Kent State quickly working their way down the court, and he misses the layup and rebounded by Akron. Here's Johnson. Johnson with it. Beyond the arc, kicks it out here to Scott. Scott with it. Scott looking around back to Johnson. Johnson looking with a minute left to go. 40-24. Johnson driving halfway in. He's beyond the lane. Fadeaway jumper. That is going to be too strong. Rebounded by Kent State. As here come the Golden Flashes, sending it inside. Gillespie underneath, puts it up. He's fouled, doesn't get the bucket, but does get two shots. Akron invented the zipper and rubber duck. Akron also is minor league. Yeah, I know the rubber ducks, yep. It's really windy here in Mahoning Township. Oh, wow. How's it going, Orville? Good to see you. This is a game for sure. Definitely mildly annoyed with how this one is won, as there's the first. That one is good. We'll see. We'll play it by ear and how things are looking. because there is a game after this. Again, it starts at 8:30. I don't think they're going to push it back. It is on the same network, but I have my methods of how to find that game. But we'll see. Right now it's a 14-point game as he does make both 26-40 or 40-26. I do prefer saying the bigger number first. And appreciate you guys again for Chris Orville, Ricky, Michael, Vince. Again, thank you guys all for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. 40 seconds left. Here's Johnson. Johnson, loses the ball. Taken away by Golden State. Kent State. The Golden Flashes, Golden State. Oh, well, it is what it is. Waitke racing in the lane. Puts it up. Can't get it, but he is fouled. It was a delayed call. Oh, my goodness. Waiting for the result of the bucket if I've ever seen it. Looks like the Zips will win this one in blowout. Possibly. Maybe they can work their way back with the... Yeah, again, he completely waited for the shot result to blow that whistle. Pretty disgusting there. But it is what it is. Waitke going to be at the line. He's a 77% free throw shooter. He's got 2 points on the day. Again, I'll try to be Orville for sure. As there's the first. Apparently, I'm leaving at 5 a.m. I didn't know that, so I had to wake up at 4. Well, that's fantastic. Gotta leave so early. And I'm already tired. So that should be good for later whenever I'm done here. There's the second. That one is good. It's a 12-point game. Haven't seen this in a while. It's been, again, all Akron as they are up again with 27 seconds. They're going to call timeouts. Golden State Warriors, yep. Ready to protect the Zips. Will win this one, yeah. Hopefully, if the power doesn't... Yeah, no, that would not be good there, Michael, but it happens. They're playing them without Curry. I know it's what's so impressive. They're looking so good without Steph Curry. 5 a.m. Yeah. So, and of course, the 8:30 game for me, Central Time, is 9:30 for Eastern. That'll end around 10:30, 11 o'clock. It'll probably take me about an hour or so to wind down. So we're looking at about 4 hours of sleep, maybe, and that's being nice. It usually takes me a while to sleep. I have issues. I really do. I don't know. Sometimes it's the weight of the world. Sometimes it's the the actual stuff that actually impacts me. Family stress. But yeah, other stuff. It's like it's thinking about other things. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Anyway, Akron going to have it here. 25 seconds and counting. Again, Akron have looked pretty solid to begin this one. Kent State, Johnson with it at the logo. 13 seconds and counting. Just going to chill for the last shot. Johnson looking to the far side. 5 seconds left. Driving in. Stepping back. Driving in again. Looking. Floater. It's going to roll in. Unbelievable. Johnson is just too good. 42-28 is your halftime score. All touchdowns, no field goals in this one. As Akron already up 14. Pretty good. CB, I have not seen CB. I think he may have been here earlier, like in the beginning of the first one. I can't recall. I don't recall. For our sleep, yeah, Jesse, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough one tomorrow. It's going to be a rough one. I get the sleepless night talk. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. Need to wash this blanket. But, again, thank you guys for hanging out again. We are at the half. Finally. Jeez. Again, that was a long half. That really was. By the way, that half... I'm not even kidding. Tip-off was at 7:46 Eastern. We are at 8:44 Eastern. So that was the most annoying first half I have ever covered in my life when it comes to college basketball. CB is your fellow Chiefs supporter? I don't think so. I think he's a Steeler fan. But maybe he's nice because you're the Chiefs. I don't know. The Chiefs have done well. And yeah, that's something that, as a Steeler fan, we're used to a success. Obviously, we haven't seen it in a while, so, we definitely respect winning. All right, here are the stats here at the half. Again, Akron leading 42-28. Whaley with 2 points, Gillespie with 5, Williamson with 3, Menley with 6, Safford with 3, Briscoe with 3, Griffith with 2, and Woike with 4. Lyles with 2 points here for Akron. Johnson with 13 points. Mahaffey with 9 points. Hardman with 3. Mahaffey again with 2. Again, multiple Mahaffeys. Young with 2. Kamali with 2. And then Scott with 9. So there you go. And I'm already like so... Yeah. Oh, well. Some days are like this. Some days, it's just not a good day and, whatnot. And, oh, well, right? That's just the way it goes. But, it is what it is. I had a good day yesterday. I should have a little bit of a different perspective. Had a really good day yesterday. Really good day. And I'm hoping, again, the next stream will do well. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that one. Because this one, I think, is already chalked. It's over. It is over. Let's see here. So, I don't know, just annoyed is all. Let's see, the fire whistles went off because there was electrical fire on the fuse box. Oh, wow. The internet was not working in your area. That's not good. That is not good at all. Yeah, the internet, yeah, I don't know. We rely on the internet a lot, for sure. Let me see if I can find any news from across the world. Again, well, sports world. But I do expect, again, if this game does remain like this and the other game is starting, which, again, I do plan on covering Nevada, Utah State, I will shift to that one in a heartbeat. And that is what I will do. Let's see here. We're going to love this guy. Okay, we're just talking about the stuff here. Trying to get some more information with the football world, but I don't think there's really anything. Steelers now have the best AFC North. Steelers now have the AFC North's best roster, aside from the most important position. Maybe, possibly. Patrick Graham never had this much talent. Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job calling this game considering the way it's gone. I appreciate you, Mr. Ricky. Yeah, I don't know. I just know I'm definitely not on it. I know I'm definitely definitely not locked in. I've definitely yeah. I'm definitely not locked in for sure. But it happens. It happens. Again, trying to find some other information. Not really much. Really, let's see. With former Titans free agent defensive lineman Sebastian Joseph Day is signing a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Steelers. So we got a new defensive tackle, or defensive lineman, I should say. Well, hopefully he's good. I don't know. Not familiar with Joseph Day. He played for the Titans, so I don't know. But I'll trust the process. Well, that was a pretty good rep there that they're showing against Herbert. That's good. Let's see here. The Bears have lost 5 defensive backs, apparently, in free agency. That's not good. They need to get some people. But honestly, they were not that great anyway. Let's see. Tammy Brown going back to Washington. Okay. Yep. I don't really have much. Falcons. Again, the Falcons, I think, are the next team. The Falcons are going to be doing a new, some more uniform, like another uniform. So that'll be pretty cool. Steelers are 31 million under the cap. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, the Steelers looking. I don't know. I'm liking the moves. Again, just need to friggin' sign Rodgers and get it over with. That way I don't have to worry about it. I just don't like the like, why wait? That's the thing. I'm getting annoyed with Rodgers. He needs to just, you're in, you're in. Just do it and shut up. And shut up. Man. Yeah, other than that, not really seeing much. Not seeing much. And hopefully you guys have had a great day yourselves, pulling for you guys, you know. Just, in general, whenever it's just life, us against the world. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Currently happening across the world, Arizona leading 64-61 over Iowa State, Virginia 71, Miami 53. Ole Miss leading 56-50 over Alabama. Let's see here. St. Joseph's 31, Davidson 29, UConn 13, Georgetown 10. North Carolina Central and Delaware State is actually delayed. Southern leading Florida A&M 20-12. Let's see. Steelers won the AFC North again this season. I saw him play a few times. I think he was a pretty good player. I hope so. I should sign Murray. No, we should not have signed Murray. Oh my goodness! If we signed Murray, man, it would have been a continuation for sure of like the 9-8. Oh, for sure, man. He's just not good. Murray's just, at the end of the day, Murray is just not good. Like Murray, I don't know. Like, again, I mean, he had how many coaches? And he had Cliff Kingsbury. I'm not saying Cliff was great, but I mean, again, he had multiple head coaches. You got multiple head coaches fired. I don't know. I don't think that would have been ideal to sign to Murray. Again, I don't think he's going to do well with the Vikings. I think it's going to be more of the same. Let's see here. Anyway, I think the Steelers are probably waiting to see if Deshaun Watson. Okay, all right, that's not what I turned my head for. Jeez, go Iowa State. Yeah, they're looking all right. Not too bad. He's not looking at football anymore. Yeah, no, he's. So wait, why did you want us to sign Kyler Murray if he's not locked in? No, that would be horrible. That would be genuinely bad. No, we can't have that. No, we definitely don't need a guy that's not locked in. Or unless you're talking about Rodgers again. I mean, I kind of agree, but at least he, I don't know. I mean, when the Steelers were at their best last year, they really looked good. They did. The problem was when they were bad, they were bad. So I don't know, but I think Rodgers' ceiling is higher than Murray's. Even at this point in Rodgers' career, Murray. Man, he's just, I don't know. He had the talent. I thought he did. I thought he was going to be pretty good, but he just didn't work out. He just never locked in. He was focused on COD. He liked Call of Duty. There's nothing wrong with that, but you probably can't play football and then try to play Call of Duty all the time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the Vikings do again. There's still a lot of free agency left, and of course the draft, but I don't know. I'm thinking they're probably going to do about the same as last year. I mean, maybe again 9 wins. We'll see. Watson Tucker both a massage parlor in New England. That is terrible. That is disgusting. I wonder who their number one customer would be. If we'd signed Murray, I'd be like, he's the new Mike Tomlin. No, I don't think he's the new Mike Tomlin. I mean, he's again quarterback, a little bit different, right? But yeah, just wouldn't have a good feeling, with I wonder who's covering the USA Canada game. Let me see, because looking at my people that I associate with, their numbers are all down. Oh, I see why. I see why. YouTube, man, has issues. YouTube does not give a darn about its creators. It's actually pathetic. I don't know. That's yeah, I know. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta just put in all this work now, though. Then I guess it won't matter. Kraft would be the first. Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's who the first customer would be. That's who I was thinking. For sure. Yeah, pretty pathetic. Wow. I am not kidding you. There is a stream right now of United States and Canada on YouTube showing the game. And it has 116,000 people in it. I mean, there's other streams, of course, that are showing the game. 3,000. It's just like, again, that stuff can be floated to, everybody and everyone wins. But no, it's the bad guys that win. It's the people that cheat. It's the people that are, again, people that show the games don't even live in the United States. So it's going to other countries, which I guess it's what they all want. Them, the deep state, all those bums. Anyway, the motto, Chris, is the next hour is free. Oh, yeah, it'd be terrible. But probably. Again, in 30 minutes, Nevada and Utah State. I probably will, based on how this game has made me feel regardless, I will probably just switch over to that one. So I apologize to those of you guys that are here for Kent State and Akron, but this game has been quite the drag on my soul, and I will be moving on. I will definitely be moving on for sure. So we'll probably cut it and transfer over. It'll be like a few minutes, but covered an SEC game, Doc. That conference is rabid fans, but they travel. No, again, I can't do it because they show the games on YouTube. That's the bummer. Like I said, it would go along with what I just said, with YouTube not caring, they don't, again, if I were to play 2 minutes or a minute of a song, right? If I were to play a song, I don't know, what's a song, right? Anything, just anything. If I were to play American Idiot from Green Day, they would strike my stream. I would be flagged. You're allowed 3 strikes, so I would get 1 strike, and I would take a hit with the algorithm. They would penalize me financially and all that. But you can show a game and not get in trouble. It depends. Certain accounts do get banned, but not all of them. What's the score? Looks like it's 1-0. It's 1-0. Yeah. It's just a little deflating some nights like this. It is what it is. Can hum a song in it. Honestly, if you have the right tune, right, you actually can. It's pretty crazy, man. I know Jaguar Gator's gotten a strike. I think he's at 2 strikes. So he's playing it super safe. But it's ridiculous, man. So. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of why I want to start up the Twitch thing. But I don't know. It's just a little bit more difficult to get Twitch. People don't care about sports on Twitch. The sports on Twitch are more so soccer. Soccer. And actually, I don't know what else. But anyway, we are working our way back here to Cleveland. Akron up 42-28. Again, very likely, based on how this game has went, once the Utah State and Nevada game is on, I will probably go and transfer to that one. All right, here is Akron again going left to right. As this is Hilligan. Hilligan trying to find Johnson. Oh, it's a bad pass taken away by Kent State. And he slams it in for 2. 42-30 is your score. As that is a good start here for Kent State. This is Lyles. Lyles with it. He's spinning around trying to find a teammate. Lyles kicks it out here to Mahaney. Mahaney looking around, spinning around off the glass, and can't get the friendly roll. Rebounded there by Kent State. Appreciate you, Michael. Oh, man, this is a tough time for me to talk to you real quick, but I'll get to you in a second. There is the and one. He puts it in and gets the shots. He will also go to get the line. I can't speak anymore. Michael, thank you very much again. So we have this new thing, Michael. So that's a $5 donation. So you get to put your $5 to any game I'm going to be calling on April 1st. So we got the Tigers, Diamondbacks, Yankees, Mariners, Giants, Padres. Just let me know what game, and I promise we'll put that $5 towards that game. Thank you very much, Michael. W's in the chat for Michael, as he does indeed get the free throw. 9-point game. Here's Akron. Lyles puts it up and can't get the basket, and it's rebounded by Kent State. Kent State with it going right to left. As here's Medley. Medley with it. He's looking around. Pump fake. Hits it inside. Kicks it out for 3. And that's going to be too strong. Rebounded there by Hardman. This is Johnson now with it going left to right for Akron. Again, a 9-point game. As this is Mahaffey. Mahaffey with it to Lyles. Lyles to Johnson. Johnson with it on the far side. He's looking around, kicks it out to Mahaffey. Mahaffey for 3. That's going to be too short. Rebounded there by Medley. Medley running down as he hands it off, and that's going to be a 3. He gets it. That was pretty nice, Steve. And now, just like that, it's a 6-point game. 42-36. Akron leading 42, again, by 6. Pardon me. Let's see here. Again, appreciate W, Michael. Appreciate you. I watched the end of Andy. Nice. Yeah, I know. That's just how it goes. You got the Twins. How's it going? Good to see you, Death. Again, the guy that changed his names a lot. How's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, you have the Twins. Did I say the Twins? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's for the Tigers, Diamondbacks, Yankees, Mariners, or Giants, and the Padres. So yeah, that's the only. Those are the 3 games. Because again, I can get another game, and that's why I picked those 3. So yeah, just one of those 3, and then that $5 will go there. So again, appreciate you, Michael. Thank you again for the donation. Helps out the channel. Definitely does that. Yeah, weekend plans. I mean, again, I got to drive all day tomorrow. That's going to be kind of a bummer, but. Other than that, not really. Not really. Well, Kent State's came alive all of a sudden. Where was this in the first half? I'd feel a lot better about myself if the first half had more of a balanced game. But no. Nope. Anyway, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, based on how it's looking. But again, maybe, I don't know. I mean, again, we're going to still do Nevada and Utah State, but that one will take priority. Padres, gotcha. Appreciate you, Michael. Thank you again. That is, again, a new feature we'll be doing. Again, we'll have it for football season. But yeah, I don't know who the Pirates play this day, but yeah, they play early, and then this is like the afternoon game. So that's what we do. So appreciate you, Michael. Again, thank you very much. But yeah, it's just a little thing, any donation. That way you guys can have some influence on the channel. And of course, during NFL, I think you guys will really like that, picking the NFL games. Interest to a tour in the pie. I don't know about that one. Thanks to. Oh yeah, no. Again, hopefully all is well, man. Hopefully all is well. You know. Yeah, I totally get it. Like I said, I totally understand. You know, mental health. I really do. Totally understand all that. But yeah, I don't really have much going on this weekend. It's tomorrow I'm going to be driving all day. And then Sunday, I don't even know what's on Sunday. There might be baseball, maybe. I don't know if I'm covering that. All right, but yeah, we are back. And again, it has been just a few minutes, and all of a sudden, this game is kind of close. All right, here we go. This is Johnson on the near side. Floats it over here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey kicks it out to Lyles. Lyles for three. That's going to be in and out. It's rebounded there by Kent State. Kent State trying to make it a game. As here's Medley on the far side. Hands it off here. Now kicks it out to Gillespie. Gillespie over here to Williamson. Williamson back to Medley. Medley driving the lane. Pump fake, looking around, trying to find a teammate. He does in the form of Safford. Safford to Gillespie. Gillespie looking around. Bounce pass inside here to Whaley. Whaley for two. That's good. Whaley, the big man. Fade away jumper and all. Look at that 4-point game all of a sudden. It's getting pretty good as inbound here to Lyles, and they're going to call a foul. Call a foul on Williamson. Do any game you? Oh no, yeah, no, it's all. I mean, again, I appreciate you, Michael. Again, if you don't want to, I'll just probably, in the future, like if you don't feel like picking a game, I'll probably just leave it up to like in a poll or something. But it's just kind of like a thank you, and again, like I appreciate you guys, really do. All right, here we go. We're back in action. Scott with it, left to right. Scott driving the lane, lays it off, and kisses it off the glass for an easy 2, 44-38. Back to a 6-point game. Safford here to Medley. Medley bringing it up again on the far side. Yes, sir, better than ever. Good stuff. Good night. You have a good one as well. Appreciate you, Death, for tuning in. As looks like there is a foul. A foul there on Eric Mahaffey. Pardon me. Jeez. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. As there's a bounce pass inside. Whaley driving to the hole, and it's stripped. And looks like he was fouled. And Whaley, I think, is going to go to the line, who's a 63% free throw shooter. So here we go. Again, Whaley at the line. 63% free throw shooter. As there's the first. That one is good. 5-point game. Five-point game here. Again, 16:51 left to go in the second. As Whaley releases. That one is good. 4-point game, 44-40. Wow, again, not expecting this. Like they want me to stay here. All right, Scott here at the logo as he's looking around at Johnson. Johnson with it, driving the lane. Floater is going to be too strong. Rebounded there by Kent State. Down to the near side. This is Medley. Medley with it. Medley kicks it out here to Gillespie. Gillespie driving the lane, puts it up, gets the shot, and gets the tip in. It's good. It's a 2-point game. Unbelievable. All right, Johnson back to Scott. Scott with it at the logo. Scott inside here to Johnson. Kicks it out. Hardman. Hardman for three, and he gets it. Good stuff there by Hardman. 5-point game. Kent State with it again down. Looking, though, to keep it coming. They've looked really good here in the second half. Bounce pass inside of Gillespie. Gillespie in the lane. He puts it up. He's fouled and gets the basket. It is a one-basket game. 47-44. 15:54 left to go in this one. Kent State finally figured out how to score. Yeah, I know. It's crazy stuff. They did not look good, but all of a sudden they have 16 points in the 5 minutes here in the second. Again, they had 28 in the entire first, so definitely just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff indeed. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And again, we're just kind of covering this. Honestly, again, probably going to make way after this. I hate to do that, but Nevada, Utah State will take priority. It really will. But yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out in this one. Just trying to see what's going on here. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a sec. All right. Well, not going to worry about that anymore. Okay. Focusing on this now. Again, 3-point game. And again, as soon as I get information on when that tip-off is for Nevada, we will go over there. Nevada, Utah State. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've already pretty much made my decision. I hate to do it, but we got to do it. I think that one could be better. Better for sure. But again, they might push it back. I don't know. Again, that's supposed to start in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Let's see what's going on here. Ole Miss leading Alabama 66-62, pardon me. St. Joseph's 33, Davidson 31, UConn 28, Georgetown 20, Southern 39, Florida A&M 27, Michigan State 7, UCLA 5, Utah Valley 9, UT Arlington 5, UC Irvine 10, Cal State Northridge 2. So that is what's happening across the college basketball world. And then in the Classic, Dominican Republic shut out South Korea 10-0, and then United States leading Canada 3-0. So that is what's happening across the sports world. But again, Gillespie going to be at the line to complete the three-point plays at 79% free throw shooter. Gillespie again at the line. Releases, that one is good. 48-45. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Do they not update it? I'm not too sure. It says 47-45. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the wrong score here. Akron now with it. Akron, this is Johnson. Johnson with it. Kicks it out to Lyles for three. That's going to be an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Apologies. Put the wrong score on the wrong team. That's what threw me off. Just not locked in. I'm not locked in right now. It is what it is. But again, neither is Akron, who again have struggled. They have struggled to find anything. Here's Medley. Medley bounce pass to Whaley. Whaley looking around. He passes inside. It's knocked away, but then stolen back by Kent State. Whaley thought about the three, kicks it to Medley. Medley going in the lane. Floater. He was fouled. Oh, man. Lyles saying that was all ball. I don't know. Jeez. It is not looking good for Akron. We might be seeing a choke. Wow. I mean, he hit the ball first. I mean, that's... Yeah, I don't know. I think he hit the ball first. I don't know. It is what it is. Is Medley at the line, and that one is not good, actually. He is a 75% free throw shooter. So definitely pretty good at the line, but he did miss that one. That was Lyles' third foul. He's got to watch it. Medley again at the line for his second. Medley taking his time, as has this game. As there's the second. That one is good. It's a 1-point game, 47-46. All right, here we go. This is Johnson down to the near side. Again, looking for a teammate, finding one in Lyles. No, pardon me, that's Scott. Scott now hands it off to Kamali. Kamali back to Johnson. Johnson with it on the far side, finding Kamali. Kamali looking around, and he's going to go to the basket. Floater. It's going to be an air ball, and then it was last touched by the Golden Flashes. Again, I want to say Golden State for some reason, but it's going to stay. Good effort, actually. Good, great effort there by Akron to keep the ball. Young leaping out of bounds to throw it in off of a player. Inbounding here's Akron. Only got 5 to shoot. Scott just throws it up. Oh, what a shot. That was actually really cool. Just throwing it up. 4-point game, 50-46. Medley to Gillespie. Gillespie hands it off for 3. That's going to be too short. Rebounded, and, well, actually a foul there on Kamali. As looks like, again, Akron can't believe it. They got a lot of fouls against him here in the second half. That was a really good shot. Fading away. Out of bounds. Inbounding here is Kent State. Here again is Williamson. Williamson to Medley. Medley with it. Bounce pass inside to Briscoe. Briscoe looking around as he passes back outside. Looking. Floater is going to be too strong. Rebounded there by Mahaffey. Mahaffey passes here to Scott. This is Scott with 3. That's going to be an air ball. Rebounded and taken away by Williamson. Williamson with it down the near side. As he just jacks up a 3. That's short, but slammed in by Briscoe. Got the rebound and was able to slam it in. 2-point game. As here's Akron with it. This is, again, Scott on the far side, finding Mahaffey. Mahaffey taking the lane, puts it off the glass, gets the basket. 52-48. All right, here we go. This is Medley. Medley over to Williamson. Williamson over as he gives it to Kamali. He puts it up, and it's going to be stuffed. Probably was not Kamali. That was Gillespie. Keep getting the numbers mixed up. Again, I do apologize. Not my best game in the world. But the first half killed me. It just mentally drained my soul. But yeah, 4-point game again. Akron up by, again, up 52-48. As Kent State going to be inbounding here underneath their own basket. This is Medley. Medley trying to find a team. Bounce pass to Whaley. Whaley with it in the lane. Puts it up. Floater. Here's going to be an air ball, but taken away by Kent State. He's driving to the lane. Puts it up. Blocked by Akron. And now here comes Akron. Mahaffey loses the ball, and it finds Kent State. They're moving quickly. He's at the basket underneath. Puts it up. Doesn't get the contact. And he misses. Akron now with it moving fast as Hardman for 3. That's short. Rebounded, and, well, actually, there's a foul. I'm going to call a foul on, well, couldn't tell you. I'm saying an Akron offensive rebound. Don't know what the foul is going to be on. They haven't said it. Haven't said it at all on the TV, and, of course, on the ESPN screen, nothing. Akron and Kent State 15. Yeah, they're close. Both in Ohio. Looks like it was on Gillespie. That's his 3rd personal foul. Again, he had the flagrant earlier. And looks like Kent State player is pretty upset. That was Safford. Anyway, Akron inbounding it. This is Lyles. Lyles to Mahaffey. Mahaffey back to Scott. Scott with it at the logo. Scott looking around. Driving inside in the lane. Kicks it out for 3. That's too short. Rebounded by Whaley. And looks like they're going to call a foul on Medley. Well, that's Medley can't believe it. Medley doesn't like it. Kent State coach doesn't like it. He is not happy. That's a flop. He's saying it's a flop. I don't know. I'd like to see what happened. Let's see here. So Medley pushing him down. I mean, again, he's extending his arms fully. They're reviewing it for a flagrant. Again, he's just pushing him down. That's the thing. Medley, maybe it is a flop. I don't know. The accused flopper is young for Akron. But, again, he's just pushing him down. Like, I don't understand. Like, he's just extending his arms. Don't think it's going to be a flagrant, but, again, it definitely is a foul for sure. So, again, a little bit of a delay here. Again, Akron up by 4. And, yeah, we're just kind of waiting to see what the call's going to be. Other scores from across the nation. Well, hold on. We might have it, actually. So, it's a common foul. Okay. Ole Miss up on Alabama, 75-68. St. Joseph 37, Davidson 36, UConn 32, Georgetown 21, North Carolina Central 2, Delaware State nothing, Southern 43, Florida A&M 37, Michigan State 12, UCLA 12, Utah Valley 13, UT Arlington 12, and then UC Irvine 21, Cal State Northridge 11, as Akron. Here we go. He hands it off to Lyles. Lyles spinning around. Kicks it out to Scott. Scott to Hardman. Hardman gets contacted hard as Medley not happy. Medley almost stepped over the guy. So Medley at 4 fouls. And Medley's had a nice game, but he's going to be checking out for a while. Sorry, I can't really. Oh, you're good. It's all good. All good. Medley at 4 fouls. Calypsy at 3 fouls. Akron with 4 players at 3. All right, bounce pass inside of Scott. Scott kicks it out, and it's going to be touched last by the Golden Flashes. Again, a lot of stop and go here in this one. It's been kind of a chore, but it is what it is. Young going to inbound it here for Akron. Finding Lyles. Lyles with it. Finding Hardman. Hardman on the near side. Hardman looking around. Back to Young. Young looking around. Floats it into Lyles. Lyles puts it up. And, well, he is fouled. And Kent State can't believe it again. Fouled by Williamson. That's his 3rd. Man, oh man, a lot of fouls. Just feel like we've stayed over on this end for the last 2 minutes. IRL, 3 minutes. That's his 3rd foul. Lyle's going to be at the free throw line. He's had a rough day shooting. 1 for 7, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. He misses the first. Just a rough one. This game never ends. It's been on forever. There's the second. That one's no good. Rebounded by Kent State. All right, here's Wojtke. Wojtke almost loses the ball. No one was around him. Wojtke hands it off here to Williamson. Williamson to Whaley. Whaley kicked ball out of bounds on Akron. So putting 20 back on the shot clock. 3-0 USA in the 4th. Okay, nice. All right, again, 52-48, Akron leading by 4. It's been a rough one, like unbelievable. As he's trying to find a teammate, he does. Here on the near side with Williamson. Williamson, step back 3. That's in and out. Rebounded by, well, tipped up in the air. It's still up in the air. Now it's with Kent State. Williamson, Wojtke for 3. That's short, and it's going to go. Well, it's with Akron. Akron with a guy that was standing very near the sideline. Young now with it for Akron. Hands it off to Mahaffey, who hands it off to Johnson. 11:42 and counting here in the second. Johnson kicks it out to Hardman for 3. That's too strong. Rebounded by, well, it's actually a foul on Williamson. That's his fourth. Again, we're seeing a lot of fouls here. Like, it's actually ridiculous. 52-48 is your score. Akron up by 4. Commercial break. And again, unsure when the Utah State game and Nevada's going to start. Again, that one will take priority, so do apologize, but the stream will not be on much longer. But if that game is being delayed, then all right. But we will definitely prioritize that one. That one is definitely a big one. Let's see. Again, I'm just kind of waiting to see if there's even going to be information on that. I don't even know. But we got nothing on it right now. Nothing. I guess I can look on the app. I can see when they're going to expect it to start. Let's see here. Auto starts in 3.5 minutes. I don't know. That's what they're saying. It might start very soon. Might start very soon. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about just doing it now. All right. Actually, I feel bad, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just get that one set up now. So I do appreciate you guys again. I do apologize, but yeah, this game kind of wore me out the first. It's looking like it's going to be a good one, but I'm going to prioritize the Mountain West game, and I know it is what it is. If I lose subs, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, this one wore me out. I will catch you guys later again. I got to get to that other one, which is about to start in a few minutes. Catch you guys very soon. Peace.